Very good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. We have the 16th of April today, and today is a big day for people getting money. And sadly, stress levels are super high with a lot of people, right? Because that $1,200 did not arrive in your bank account. It did not arrive as a check. Checks are still obviously going up, but you sort of counted on that. Mark Roughton in the house, good morning. You counted on that money being in your bank account today. Many did, right? People had received monies from the IRS in the past, submitted all their bank details, people that got a stimulus check back in 2009 into their account are saying, okay, well, I was supposed to get my $1,200 today. It's Wednesday, right? I didn't get any $1,200. But here's the big issue. Several million people who filed their taxes via H&R Block, very well-known names, TurboTax, and other popular services were unable to get their payments. Some parents reported they didn't get their $500 promised for their dependent children, right? So you can just imagine how the stress levels rise, right? You counting on this. Friends are calling you, hey, I got my money, I got my $1,200, I got the money for the kids, just want to share that great news with you. They're on Facebook sharing the news and you didn't get it, right? So one of the big issues could be that you filed your taxes with H&R Block and it wasn't properly integrated with that system in that particular state, right? This doesn't mean that this is a universal problem for every H&R Block submission, right? It's probably the integration of H&R Block and TurboTax in specific states. I'm not sure about that, but that would be my guess here. What's puzzling to me is that many parents reported that they didn't get the $500 promised for their dependent children. So Baby Lavi says, what does that mean? I did my taxes with H&R Block. I need answers, right? Well, I'm not H&R Block, my friend, and I'm not the IRS. I'm going to share with you the information that came out in this article. Maybe that'll help you, right? But the people that you are turning to right now are the helplines, right? The unemployment helplines, your state helplines. You got to phone them. Many Americans woke up Wednesday expecting to find a payment of $1,200 or more from the US government in their bank account, but instead they realized nothing had arrived yet. I'm one of them. I thought, hey, cool, I'm going to get that money. I hope it's still coming as a check. I really do. Mark Lugo's in the house, Abstract Impressions in the house, Reinhardt's in the house, Paul Figueroa. He says, I received mine yesterday, no problems. I love that. I'm super happy for every success story. Why? Because it eliminates some stress. Not all the stress, but some stress. And you have kids, right, Paul Figueroa? So you should have gotten $500 per kid. James Johnson's, what's up? Keto's in the house. Awesome. He got his. Alfredo Rosales, how are you? I welcome you all. So do share. Did you get it? Didn't you get it? And we're trying to sort of determine if you didn't get it, what could be the issue? Maybe they sent you checks in the past, so you're still waiting on a check. Maybe you submitted through H&R Block or TurboTax. They're having issues there. But instead, they realized nothing had arrived yet or the wrong amount was deposited. Parents of young children complained they did not receive the promised $500 check for their dependent children, right? That's stressful, right? You're doing your calculations, should be getting $1,200 plus $1,200 plus two kids, roughly counting on $3,000 or more, or $3,500. Maybe one of the two parents got a $1,200 check. Maybe two parents got a $1,200 check and nothing for the kids. So any discrepancy, you're going to be stressed, no doubt about it, right? U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin has instructed the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, to get payments out as fast as possible. to help offset the pain of losing jobs and shutting down businesses. But numerous glitches affecting filers who used tax preparers, parents of dependent children, and people with 2019 tax returns still to be processed are delaying payments and causing confusion, right? Several million people who filed their taxes, listen to this, several million people who filed their taxes via H&R Block, TurboTax, and other popular services were unable to get their payments because the IRS did not have their direct deposit information on file, according to the Treasury companies and experts. So do you fall into that category, right? We had one person earlier on say, hey, I filed mine through H&R Block. Okay, might be an issue right there. If you didn't get your money today, that could be the issue. JJ got the money, Rick Nelson, still moving in San Antonio area, slipped a disc in my bank or in my back. I think you're trying to say in your back 2 days ago. I hope you feel better. That's painful, slip a disc. I had that happen during rugby a few times. Life with its Monique, yes, H&R Block sucks. A lot of people are going to be ditching H&R Block. Boy, H&R Block's going to suffer big time from this, right? If you put an article out like this and you can actually pinpoint the issues being with H&R Block or TurboTax, woo, they lose a lot of money. People are relying on that money. Dale Prissoff, yes, did mine on Turbo. They had direct deposit info, still never got it. There we go, right there and then. Had another gentleman. There's one person, Dale Prissoff, says he did it through Turbo. Nifty 50s Life. I'm going to show that one. So we have one H&R Block and one TurboTax person in the house. Both say they didn't receive their money. It goes hand in hand with this article, right? With the information I'm giving you. Several million people who filed their taxes, again, I'm repeating this, via H&R Block, TurboTax, and other popular services were unable to get their payments because the IRS did not have their direct deposit information on file, according to the Treasury. So there's your issue right there. The IRS launched a Get My Payment tool. Okay, listen to this. We got to look at that Get My Payment tool just now, right? Wednesday, for people to track the status of their payment and enter direct deposit information, but many who used it said they received a message saying payment status not available, a frustration that left them without answers, right? So listen to that. So the IRS launches a tool called Get My Payment. I'm going to put that link in there. There it says there. I'm going to put that link under the video after we finish, so you can even go there and you can maybe check up. So they launched this on Wednesday. Okay, they launched this on Wednesday. Why? Because people were phoning off the hook. Where the WTF? Where's my money? For people to track the status of their payment and enter direct deposit information. But many who used it said they received a message saying payment status not available. So you refresh it, you try it again. Payment status not available. Your stress levels rise. No jokes. I mean, this is real stuff. I completely understand and sympathize with everyone. I'm not depending on that $1,200. It's not a do or die situation for me. I would have loved to have seen that money in the bank account today. I do use a tax preparer. I don't use any of these online H&R Block TurboTax companies. So that's not my issue right there. Something else would be faulty on my side because didn't get the $1,200. And I'm hearing it from a lot of people here. Nifty 50s Life says the tool is bogus, doesn't recognize your identity. There we go. So you've obviously tried it, didn't recognize your identity. Sorry, we don't have you in the system. Payment status not available. More frustrations. Some parents told the Washington Post they had received a $1,200 payment for a single head of household or a $2,400 check for a married couple, but that the IRS left out the $500 per child under 17 payments. So you're supposed to get a payment of $500 for a child under 17. Some couples got the $2,400, some couples got the $1,200, but not the $500 per child. If you have 3 kids, you're feeding 3 kids, 3 little ones, right? Doesn't matter what age, as long as they're under 17. You're expecting $1,500, $1,500. It's not there. Stress. IRS and Treasury officials acknowledged they are aware of these issues and are working to fix them. Okay, so they are aware of it and they're fixing it. You'd think that they'd iron out the bugs or would have done some testing, right, before they launch this tool. You know, beta test, beta test, beta test. You have all the engineers in the world, and this reflects really badly on the Labor administration, right, on the Treasury. It reflects really badly. That means, hey, we're going to rush. We're not going to test the system. And now it blows up in your face. It's not good. People want their money. Sunny Rivero, you're supposed to be able to enter current address on IRS site. Can't even find that. Anyone find that? Thank you for sharing. GT Racer 66, I get Social Security retirement via direct deposit. Haven't seen payment. I'm very sorry to hear that. That obviously has risen your stress levels. John H. got a victory, got the $1,200. I'm very happy for you. Look, I'm trying to help the people that did not get their money. And at the same time, I'm also very happy for the people that got their money, right? I've got to stay fair and balanced here. I've got to help the people determine why they didn't get their money. That's why I did this article. Could have been an HR Block reason, could have been a TurboTax reason, another electronic submission reason. We're trying to get down to the bottom of this, right? The website doesn't seem to be very, very successful, the one that the IRS set up. For Wednesday, they set this up, Get My Payment tool. The common issue there is payment status not available. Can't verify your data, maybe can't verify your address. Sorry, payment status is not available. IRS and Treasury officials acknowledge they are aware of these issues and are working to fix them. A Treasury spokesman noted the IRS processed nearly 80 million payments. 80 million payments in less than 3 weeks. That's just over half the 150 million payments expected to go out under the economic payment program. That's what we're waiting for right there. These things, these notes, these $100 notes, 12 of them, 24 of them, 36 of them. Life with its Monique. Now, when do we get the money if we entered the money yesterday? Well, yesterday, they definitely haven't processed your money if you've entered it yesterday, right? People have been processing and putting that information in weeks ago, right? My guess is if you entered the money and entered the information in yesterday, you know, you're in for a wait. Why? Because there's a long queue, right? They're obviously attending to the data that they received in the last few weeks. You come along yesterday, you're in a queuing system. Mikey Momo, Professor, I'm very worried. Text me. I always have a conversation. If I can help you take some of the worry off or the burden just by a good conversation or lift your spirits, that's my job. I'm good at that. Janice Pye, Social Security payment starts in May. Thank you, Janice Pye, for sharing that. If you would be so kind and state for which states, or is that for all states? Social Security payment starts in May for all states, or for specific states, or for your state, if you could share. Cozilla says SSI will more likely be deposited when you normally receive your Social Security checks at the first of the month. So let's hope that comes in May. Terrence James says this is collapsing all around us. Gina Calhoun in the house. They just don't have qualified people running these agencies. Thank you. Appreciate it. You look, in these agencies, you can't cut back and save salaries, right? You can really screw up the system if you haven't tested or you don't have enough worker bees in place, right? They could have thought this through. And so random, willy-nilly, send out what we have, fix stuff later. Listen, test, test, test. Every time I rolled out a new database or a new platform or an e-commerce center, I would test the crap out of it. Iron out all the bugs before you do your big release, right? That's why you have behind the scenes, you have people doing beta testing. Let's test it. Is H&R Block integrated with California? Is H&R Block integrated with Utah? Is H&R Block integrated with Florida? Is it giving us all the variables and data? Is TurboTax integrated with New Jersey? Is TurboTax integrated with New York? Is TurboTax integrated with the Carolinas? Is it showing us the data? They haven't done that testing, and I'm sorry to say, shame on them, right? They had weeks and weeks where they could have just at least tested the system. They know millions and millions and millions and millions of people file through H&R Block. They know that millions and millions and millions and millions of Americans file through TurboTax and other ones. Test, test, test. Ay caramba. Auction refills. Yo, is that the knockoff of auction rebuilds? So that's not the real Randy Shearer in the house. Auto auction refills doesn't sound like auto auction rebuilds. Would be nice if it's Randy Shearer, but can't be. If it is Randy, just be honest. Auto auction refills, are you piggybacking on auto rebuilds handle? Or is that Randy Shearer, my friend, the legend Uberman? Keto says, well, by turning 50 today, I feel smarter. Half a century old. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bobby. Happy birthday to you. Welcome to the club, my friend. You're with me in that 50s club. Love you, brother. Low-income Americans who do not normally file a tax return, including the homeless, are also eligible to receive a $1,200 check, but only if they enter their information in a new non-filers tool. I mean, why are they releasing this information now, right? Social Security recipients will automatically receive the payment later this month. There we go. There we go. There it is. To all those people, breathe. You receive Social Security, you will get it then. Keto, thank you, buddy. I needed that. You made an amazing day. Good. You deserve that, my friend. You're in the 50s club. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Go, Bobby Z. So here we go. For all the people who receive Social Security, take a deep breath right now. Close your eyes. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Beast mode, right? You're getting that money at the end of the month. Hope that makes you feel better. Paper checks will have President Trump's name on them. Why the F does he have to slap his? Is that like marketing right there? Hey, put my name on the check. Usually it's just the Treasury Department. So he made a call and said, hey, Steve, bro, I need my signature on that check. Never been done before. First time. Good marketing. Guy certainly knows how to get his name out there. Paper checks will have President Trump's name on them and are expected to start going out in coming days. Low-income Americans who do not normally file a tax return, including the homeless, are also eligible to receive the $1,200 check, but only if they enter their information in a new non-filers tool on the IRS. Wow. So below is a rundown of the most common issues preventing people from getting the payments and what steps the IRS recommends to rectify them. Here we go. Listen up. he thinks you will vote for them. That is not going to sway my vote. Look, I don't know why you have to mingle, and I want to stay out of politics, folks. Don't draw me into politics, okay? I just don't understand why they greenlight his signature on it, right? This is money you paid in. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, this is money you paid in and money you deserved. Let's not play politics on these checks. That's my opinion. I'm just saying it, right? And love or hate me for making that statement. This is not about Republicans and Democrats. This is about getting money to people who need money yesterday, right? So this is about getting, let me repeat, this is not about politics. It's not about Republicans and Democrats. This is about getting money to the people who need the money yesterday. So below is a rundown of the most common issues preventing people from getting the payments and what steps the IRS recommends to rectify them. Millions of H&R Block, TurboTax, and Jackson Hewitt customers didn't get their payments. Customers who use popular tax preparation services such as H&R Block, TurboTax, and Jackson Hewitt. Did anybody use those? Complained on Twitter and to the Post that they didn't get their stimulus payment on Wednesday. Up to 21 million tax filers could be affected by this, said consumer law expert Vijay Raghavan, because the IRS does not have these people's direct deposit information on file if they received an advance on their tax refund from these companies or had the fee for tax preparation taken out of their tax refund, right? So we have a few people in the House right now that did file with H&R and TurboTax, and they confirmed they did not get that money. David Garcia in the House, Reiner Parts in the House. Reiner Parts says, I used TurboTax and got mine yesterday. Well, that's good. They probably had your details on file. Sproul Spider says, I deducted the difference to pay for tax prep SMH. Cozilla says the press actually asked him that question and he didn't even know that his name is going to be on it. I think they just added it. James Burr, I got my check from the government. I'm happy for you, another victory. Apple of his eye, Eric Simon in the house. Eric, we welcome Eric Simon in the house. Apple of his eye. So the reason is that tax preparation companies received these people's tax refund first, deducted their fees, and then distributed the remaining refund to the customers. Because of that, the IRS had a temporary bank account on file that the tax preparer created for the 2019 tax season. Interesting. Are these excuses or is this all legit? The IRS is aware of the problem, a spokesman said. Chi-Chi Wu of the National Consumer Law Center said the IRS told her that it found a way to work around this problem and a significant percentage of these people will ultimately get a direct deposit, but so far, many are still waiting. Matt Zeelan of Chino, California, who recently lost his job, was shocked to discover that he would not be receiving the payment on his H&R Block Emerald card, the debit card on which he received his tax refund. Zeelan and his wife, a nurse who cares for homebound people, have 2 young children and were counting on the $3,400 payment to pay rent and other bills. The couple had H&R Block take their tax preparation fee out of the refund earlier this year, which means the IRS didn't have their bank details. So here they are, mother, father, $1,200 each, 2 kids, another $1,000, that's $2,400 plus $1,000 for the kids, $3,400. And the couple had H&R Block take their tax preparation fee out of the refund earlier this year, which means the IRS didn't have their bank details. I'm not happy with H&R Block. I probably won't be doing business with them ever again. Woo, that's going to hurt H&R Block. A lot of pissed off people. Tesla Tom, $3,400. Cha-ching, is that what you got? Tesla Tom, happy for you. Very happy for you. Faith C says, I used Jackson Hewitt for 2019, used ServCard for refund earlier this year, but no stimulus. There we go. I'm just explaining it right now. So there is a link, and I'm going to put this article underneath the video when we're done, so you can go to that IRS link if you are having issues. So after he was unable to get through to anyone on H&R Block's phone line, obviously those phone lines are off the hook right now. People are pissed. Zealand went on the IRS website and was told to enter the couple's bank information. He did that, but wishes H&R Block had been clearer about what to do. The company's website says that we are still waiting for answers from the IRS regarding the majority of Emerald cardholders. The Post spoke with 6 other people in a similar situation who have not received the IRS. Payment status not available. Have you seen this? Right? Frustrated taxpayers also took to Twitter to vent about their inability to track when and how they would be getting their money. Some posted an image of the message they received after entering the information, payment status not available. There are a number of reasons the tool can't check the status of a stimulus payment, the IRS said. And I'm questioning, if the IRS says there are a number of reasons the tool can't check the status of the, why don't they fix those bugs? Why don't they fix those bugs? They have the time to fix those bugs, right? Why, when they roll this crap out, right? Oh my gosh, we didn't think of this. We didn't do this. We didn't check this. We didn't check the integration of this. Testing, 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 right? If you've ever worked with engineers, if you've ever worked within the e-commerce, with e-commerce people, which I have since the 1990s, right? Roughly 25 years now. Every single time we roll something out, we test, and we test through the roof. Hours and hours and hours of testing, beta testing, beta testing. So you don't have an avalanche of complaints, right? Mohammed Maan says, I filed 2019 through H&R Block, but haven't received my deposit yet, boss. That's why, right? And we're trying to help you get some direction here. You aren't eligible for payment. Your payment, okay, these are some of the things that the IRS will shoot back at you. You aren't eligible for payment. Your payment is based on your status as Social Security disability or railroad retirement beneficiary. In this case, the IRS will use your SSA or RRB form, 1099 payment information. Your payment information isn't available on the Get My Payment tool, right? You have not filed a 2018 or 2019 federal tax return. You filed your 2019 return, but it hasn't been fully processed. So you might think, well, I filed my 2019 tax return. IRS may have not processed it yet, right? Uberbucks Philly. It said I should get mine on the 15th, and I don't have mine yet. Hound them. Tony Abichiche says, I got my daughter got to a 17, but you didn't. Philman Tawalda says, can't hear you. I'm loud and clear. Can everybody hear me? And there's an issue on your side. Can everybody hear me? Just put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Trying to see if is a technical glitch or maybe Philman. Audio is fine. There we go. It's perfectly fine. Wicked Hustle Guy. I haven't filed for 2019, and so I went to the 2018 non-filer, and the stipulation was that 2019 made more than 12 grand. I'm like, WTF. Rhino Parts, thank you. Holly Joy, thank you. Juan Martinez, thank you. Sounds good. Tesla Tom, for those of you with no bank account, you can use Cash App to receive as they give a routing and account number. Thank you for that tip. Brian G, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Everybody thumbs up, thumbs up. Smash that like button. Trying to help you here, my brothers and sisters. Trying to help you, trying to help you. Smash that. Help me by smashing the like button. Smash it hard. Boink, 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 boink. Smash it. So you filed your 2019 return, but it has not been fully processed by the IRS. Thank you. My shares have gone up from 30 to 37. Love you guys. You filed your 2019 return, but it hasn't been fully processed. You use the non-filers tool, but the information you entered is still being processed. Well, still being processed, still being processed, still being processed. There's a problem verifying your identity when answering the security questions. Information on the site is updated only once a day. Listen to that. Information on the site is uploaded only once a day. So checking more than once in a 24-hour period won't yield a different result. That's sad. That's sad. It's sad that it's not updated 6, 7. It's sad that it's not updated hourly, only every 24 hours. I mean, what are we living here? Are we living in the 80s, 1980s? Or 70s when those first big fat computers came out? Why is it so slow? Why haven't they tested? Receiving the wrong payment information or no money for dependent children. Listen up here. Let's just read this again. If you're receiving the wrong payment amount or no money for dependent children, this could be the issue. A number of people indicated they received the incorrect payment amount. Look, you're doing your math. Mother, father, married, 1,200, 3 kids, right? 2 kids, let's just say 2 kids. It's $2,400, $505, you're expecting $3,400. Only $2,400 arrives. So you can automatically deduct from that, okay, she got it, I got it, the kids didn't get it. What's going on? A number of people indicated they received the incorrect payment amount. 5 people contacted the post saying they didn't receive any money for their children, or they received only 1 child payment when they have 3 kids. Why are they hiding those other 2 kids? I mean, what's going on here, guys? You filed your taxes. You say, hey, we have 3 children. Surely the IRS has that data. You have 3 kids, and they're paying you for 1 kid. What is going on here? People whose adjusted gross income qualifies them to receive a stimulus check are supposed to receive an additional $500 for every dependent child under 17. But one reader from Kentucky with 3 children under age 15 said she received only $1,200. So that means she received it and she didn't receive the $1,500 for the kids. She double-checked her 2019 tax returns and verified that all 3 children were listed as dependents. That's what I'm saying. What is going on? They're not too, oh, your kids may be too old. In her case, her kids are not too old. She has 3 kids under the age of 15. She double checks her 2019 tax returns. There it says 3 children was listed as dependents, but she's only receiving her money. What's going on? Believe me, your stress levels at that moment, a mother, 3 kids, she's working, she has 3 kids, she's expecting $1,200 plus $1,500, she's expecting $2,700, she gets $1,200, her stress levels have just gone through the roof. How am I gonna feed the kids? How am I gonna pay rent? I mean, this is stressful stuff. Individuals who receive Social Security retirement, survivors or disability, listen up, individuals who receive Social Security retirement, survivors or disability, Social Security disability insurance benefits, or railroad retirement benefits will automatically receive the $1,200 stimulus payment if they are eligible. The IRS announced it has added to this group supplemental security income SSI recipients. The automatic payments for SSI recipients will go out no later than early May, according to the agency statement. So if you fall into that category, that is what's going on. Wicked Hustle Guy says, yeah, Tom, but the 17-year-old is a dependent and therefore can't file or get $1,200 for themselves. Correct. Tony Abiche, shouldn't the one with the 17-year-old get it too if they just turned 17, like in January? Good question. I think it's up to the age of 17, right? However, the IRS says if you fall into one of those categories and have children under 17, you have to use the non-filers tool at irs.gov to claim the $500 per child. So here they are, quickly scrambling with some excuse. Oh, if you didn't get that, you got to do this. Let me repeat. However, the IRS says if you fall into one of those categories and have children under 17, you have to use the non-filers tool at irs.gov to claim the $500 payment per child. You'll need a valid social security number or adoption taxpayer identification number for each of your dependents. Jamie Jones, a Virginia widow and mother of 3 receiving Social Security survivor benefits, said she received her $1,200, but her deposit did not include the extra $1,500 for her children. That was a scenario I just played out for you about 5 minutes ago. Because she filed a tax return for 2019, she couldn't use the non-filers tool, she said. She listed her children ages 8, 10, and 12 on her tax return. So the IRS should have made the additional payment. Why did the IRS not make that payment? Good question, right? Uber Bucks Philly says, I made less than 5,000 last year. You survived on 5,000? That's impressive. Kelly Ali. In the house, I've never been one to look for handouts and work hard to try to keep my family afloat, Jones said. My oldest daughter currently has outgrown her tennis shoes, and even though the stores were shut down, I had planned to allocate some of this money to an online purchase to get her a new pair of shoes. So I have some news for Jones, who says, I've never been one to look for handouts. Understand something. You, Jones, have been paying into the system for years and years and years, right? You've been paying your taxes. Did not get mine yet, says somebody in the Rideshare Driving School channel. So don't have that attitude that you're not the type of person who wants handouts. This is money you deserved. Why? Because you've been paying in, right? This is not a handout. This is money you as the taxpayer have paid into the economy and that you deserve to receive. Let's be very clear about that. This is not a handout, right? Mark Rowden says, here's something to think about. What if you have foster children? Do they qualify? If they're registered to you as the parent, right? But if those foster kids are registered to another tax filer, you're not going to get that money. My guess is the biological parents would get the money. A spokesman, that's just a guess, by the way. A spokesman for the IRS wasn't sure why Jones' payment didn't include the money for the children. People who receive what they believe is an incorrect amount will have an opportunity to let the IRS know. You'll have an opportunity. Listen to that. You'll have an opportunity to let the IRS know. Thank you, IRS. Thank you for that opportunity. How graceful. Thank you. Mark Fizzy, I drive for Uber and Lyft and did not get mine yet. That's because they're having issues with the independent contractor status. People who receive what they believe is an incorrect amount will have an opportunity to let the IRS know. The agency is required to mail a letter to your last known address 15 days after sending your payment. The letter is supposed to explain how the payment was made and provide instructions on how to report any issues. The IRS website locks you out if you try it too many times. Let's go over this again. The IRS website locks you out if you try it too many times. Thou shalt be punished if thou tries it too many times. To thwart fraudsters, the IRS tool locks out people who try multiple times a day. This has become a problem for people trying to give the IRS direct deposit information. Andrea Tassan and her husband were eventually locked out of the Get My Payment site after trying to check the status of their payment. So be cautious. If you try it multiple times, you get locked out. We're on 45 thumbs up. If we could get another 5 in there on 50, I'll be happy. I'll be wrapping up this video soon. The Maryland couple filed tax returns in 2018 and 2019, each time requesting their refunds be applied to pay the following year's taxes. Because of this, the IRS has no direct deposit information for them. The Get My Payment tool confirmed that they were eligible for a stimulus payment based on their 2019 return, but they couldn't get any more information. The system returned with the response that our information did not match their records, Tassan said. They tried again using their adjusted gross income and refund amounts for their 2018 return. Again, they were told the information doesn't match IRS records. The system then locked them out because they made too many attempts to access the tool. They now have to wait a day to try again. You've got to wait 24 hours, right? The IRS is also preventing people from changing the bank account information already on file as a measure to prevent fraud. Listen to that one. Let me repeat it again. The IRS is also preventing people from changing the bank account information already on file to measure as a measure to prevent fraud. So if you're in there and you're trying to change your banking information, they might look at that as fraud. So don't do that. Mohammed says, greetings, Prof. If any children were listed as dependents on your tax return, then people will get the 500. Any tax experts can correct me if I'm wrong. That's correct, as long as they're under 17, right? So here's the next one. People who owed $0 in taxes can't check their payment status. People who owed $0 in taxes can't check their payment status. Others complained about a glitch in the tool that won't allow them to move forward because they neither owed any money to the IRS nor received a refund for 2018 or 2019. Typing in zero didn't work. I could not give an affirmative answer to any of these questions since I owed no tax and did not receive a refund, one reader wrote. Submitting the form returned an error, so I tried again and answer yes to owing tax and zero to the amount. Error again. We are aware of the problem and are checking into it, the IRS spokesman said. So there's one link I want to take you to, right, which is, let's get there. Blank, blank, blank. So while that loads, my question is, did you get your $1,200 stimulus yet? Yes or no? Did you file with TurboTax? Are you having issues? Did you file with H&R Block? Having issues, you didn't get paid? Those are some of the main criteria problems listed here. So the link that I am looking for, ladies and gentlemen, if it will allow me to get there. Let me just read a few. Buy insurance with your online orders. Tony says, I haven't tried to check it yet, but after I fix this bank thing, I will get on to the portal to have my check sent to the bank. So the okay, here we go. This could be interesting. My friends, this link I'm about to share with you, I have a request. Don't try over and over and over again. Remember what I just read to you. They will kick you out of the system. And guess what? You can only check once every 24 hours. That's how archaic and how effing old the system is, right? So here is the link, my friends. Da, 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 da. There it is, irs.gov for government /coronavirus, very bad thing, /get, better than not getting, -my, all about me, -payment, money, Again, irs.gov/coronavirus/get-my-payment. The NWO sucks, said they declined my unemployment. Damn, that's upsetting. I would reapply, buddy. I would appeal it. Appeal it. Appeal it. Appeal it. Tony, you're welcome. You're welcome. Again, please, that link I just gave you, right? irs.gov/coronavirus/get-my-payment. Don't try it multiple times. Why? Because they'll think that you are some fraudster trying to hack the system. They'll kick you out. They'll block you. Right? So try it once. And sadly, you can only try it once in 24 hours. What the fuck is that all about? I mean, are we living in the 1950s here? Are we using computer systems, the first IBM and first Apple computers? What computer systems is the IRS using? Holy shitballs. I mean, update your effing systems, IRS. You're like living in the frickin' dark ages, like the caveman times. Clock, clock, clock. I will check once every 24 hours. In the meantime, let me go and hunt deer. Let me go and kill buffalo. And then I will check tomorrow, 24 hours later on IRS website. Clock, clock, clock. Send smoke signal to neighbor. Send smoke signal. You can only check once in 24 hours. Oh, me need to go hunt right now because me using old archaic IRS system. Come on, man, wake up. Oh, beast mode. We need to give them beast mode. Wake up, IRS. Wake up. I want to slap them awake. Wake up, IRS. Test, test, test. Update systems. Test, test. Update systems. Gina Calhoun. COBOL and Pascal is what most of these government systems use. Well, that sounds about 600 years old to me. That COBOL and Pascal sounds like, what does it sound like? It sounds like ancient Roman times. Sounds like software Julius Caesar used, or Napoleon. Napoleon was there using COBOL and Pascal. IRS, wake up. IRS, wake up. We are in 2020. We are officially in 2020. IRS, update your systems from COBOL and Pascal to modern artificial intelligence. Update your systems, IRS. Spend money. Test. Test. I repeat, test. Oh, why is it so difficult? Why do they make things so difficult? IQ boy in the house. You missed a great session, my brother. We are on our way out. We're on the 48-minute mark. We're on 51. If you had a laugh today, hit a like. If you learned something today, hit a like. If you enjoy this video, hit a like. If you met a new person in the feed today, hit a like. Just like. Thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up. Mark Roughton, let me get my stone tablet and chisel. I like it. Let's chisel it out. Let me put message on wall. Must only apply once every 24 hours. Chisel, chisel. Applied once. Put an X, like on the totem pole. Put an X. You know. Applied today, can only reapply tomorrow. Applied on Friday, can only reapply on Saturday. Come on, wake up, IRS. We need to send them bags and bags and bags of coffee to the IRS. I'm on fire this morning. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to go and pick up another car today. To add to my car portfolio. Kara Samp in the house. Kara Samp in the house. Going where? Going, question mark. Kara. Going. Big going. Who going? Why going? Never heard a question like that. Where are you going? What? Mark Routen, hammer time. All right, my friends. I think we learned a lot. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the IRS today. What I learned is they don't have their shit together. What I also learned is that H&R Block might not have their shit together. What I also learned today is that TurboTax might not have their shit together. What I also understand and really understand is that people are upset because they didn't get their money, didn't get the cash, expecting it today. Tony, I enjoyed watching you today. It helps with all the snow here in Denver, Colorado. Well, I hope we melted some snow in this live feed. I hope we injected some warm humor and melted the snow in Denver, Colorado, and helped you lift your spirits. That's what we're here together. We are unified, my friends. We'll get through this together. You are absolutely amazing people. And when you go out of the house today, please, I know it's not easy and it's really sure is difficult breathing under these NR90 masks, but please, if you're going, you have a shopping cart, spray it down, right? Clean your hands, right? Wear your gloves. They're not easy, these gloves. Right? You got the spray, right? See this here? All nice and wet. Clean it up, right? Cover your eyes, goggles. Go out, go shopping. Spray down the shopping carts when you're filling up the car with that gas handle. There's been hundreds of people on that gas handle putting in 87, 95, 97, whatever octane. Spray that sucker down. While you're at it, spray Dara K. While you're at it, spray Logan Green. While you're at it, spray Tony Zoo from DoorDash. Right? Do what we need to do to stay safe. You guys are amazing. I'm not getting oxygen. I'm going to pass out. I'm like an old Rottweiler that's just jogged for 5 miles and just not get. We're going to blow the IRS. Blow them away. Wake up, IRS. Wake up. Never heard of such nonsense that you can only check in once every 24 hours. I've never heard of such nonsense. If you log in a few times, you get kicked out of the system. I've never heard of such nonsense. It says, sorry, please be patient. We do not have your information right now. What the hell's going on there, man? All right, amigos. James Wakasis in the house. Kara's in the house. Abshak Jimmy in the house. Tony's in the house. Wicked Hustle Guys in the house. Mark Routen's in the house. And all of the wonderful people who I didn't give a shout out, don't let me forget. Jim Steinberg, reporting for surgery. I'm reporting for surgery. I'll get my knives and my little tools out and perform surgery. That's the first place I'm going to perform surgery. IRS, baby, I'm coming. Just roll out the beds. I'll work on you guys, right? Anyway, you guys rock. You made my day. You made my day a great day. It's Thursday. It's mid-70s here. Sun is shining. Sunshine, sunshine reggae. You know the song? Any news with SBA? Yeah, the SBA loans are trickling in, but guess what? Here's the catch with the SBA. So you fill that form out, right? And they said up to $10,000. If you're the only guy filing, it's $1,000, right? Again, the same Labor Department says, oh, we've had too many applications. We need to spread out the money now. So you will be lucky if you get $1,000. Even if some people even say if you report that you have 3 people working for you, you could get 3,000. I've heard of people getting 1,000 for 3 workers for employers, right? So 10,000 is a pipe dream, right? And my question is, why did the restaurant chain Chris Ruth, and I like the steaks. I've in Austin, Texas, in Houston, I've eaten at Chris Ruth many a times. Why did they get $20 million bailout money? Is there someone they know who owns the chain? Thank you for the $1, my friend. Love you for that. Uber Bucks Philly. Gracias por $1. Thank you. Anybody going to match Uber Bucks Philly? So I'll walk out making $2 today. This is how I earn my money, $1 at a time. 1 + 1, I made it $2. I appreciate it, Chuck. We're on 59 thumbs up. Anybody in the back row? Anybody in the back row? We got 59. 59. Anybody for a 60? For a 60. Anybody in the room for a 60? We got 59 in the back row. 59. 59 for the one. With 59 in the back row. Anybody in the front row? Anybody bids for a 60? Anybody? We got a lady in the middle there. She's got it 60. 60. Anybody in the front row? We're getting over 60. We're currently on 60. We're 62 in the back row. Thank you, sir. 62. 62. Anybody going up for 63? Anybody? We got 63 right in the front. Right in the front. Can we anybody for the likes? One of the likes on the 63. 63. Anybody match 63? 63 for the first in the front. 63 for the second. Anybody want to match that with 64? 64. 63. Highest bidder wins at 63. 63. Whoever put that number 63 is the victor for the day. Flipped it over, says it's something like, we're all struggling. Look, he has to work with you and he cannot evict you during these times, right? Has to work with you. My suggestion is, hey, I'm having 2 months of hardship. 2 months equates to $1,200. I'll give you 300 and 300, which is 600, and the other $600 I will make up to you July onwards by adding $100 additional per month. So instead of 300, I'll be giving you 400 for another 6 months, right through till December. This is how you talk to your landlord. So my intention is to pay you the full amount and a little bit of interest, 2, 3, 4% interest, right? But work with me during these 2 tough times, 2 tough months. If they say, screw you, I'm going to evict you, say, you can't evict me during the pandemic. And if that is your attitude towards me, I'll report you. So put them on the spot. Don't let anyone bully you around, my friends. Don't let anybody bully you around, right? There are a lot of classic old schoolboy bullies out there. We saw that with Trip. You know, you entered the Trip thing and they said, anybody speak bad about the CEO, we will shut you out. That's bully mentality. Slap them down. Bullies will be slapped down in this room all day long. Trolls will be slapped down. Racists will be slapped down. People that support the KKK will be slapped down. We will not tolerate any of this BS in this room. We keep it real, we keep it honest, and we talk about facts. And what we do is we share information with each other so we grow and learn and move forward together. Forward, out of this mess, into better times. And I appreciate you all. You guys rock. And Mark Roughton says, trip plus trip equals poop emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji. That, my friend, is the formula for that company. So if you guys ever want to do a mathematical equation about trip, Mark Roughton spelled it right out there. Trip plus trip equals 4 times poop emoji. So please stay safe and healthy, everyone. Go out there, masks on. Remember, spray everything down. Don't let your guard down. Just because we're in day number 21 at the stay at home or day number 22 and you think, oh, I'm going to let my guard down. No. You protect your hands, you protect your eyes, you protect your mouth, you protect your nose, and you spray the heck out of, if you can get your hands on a few of these, you spray everything down as long as it says here it kills germs. I think that 0.1 germ is going to get away because this only kills 99.9. God bless you all. Thank you, my friends. So live feed number 1, we end it. And then live feed numero 2, we end it. You guys rock. Been amazing. I had a lot of fun today. And I think I had the beast mode button on. I knew it. There was something about me today. I felt like I had the button on, not off. So, you know, I had it on because I needed to put these guys in place. Love you all.